Welcome to True Jamaica Buzz, news and entertainment with a buzz. The edited version of the video that you just saw is of an incident that took place in a Westmoreland, Landisle to be specific. The name of that youth that you saw ran across the street, and you heard the persons across the street sound like a lady or two lady talking a conversation, saying that, "Me no tell you for go on in your yard." His name is Sheldon Graham. Sheldon Graham attends one of those schools for special education in a Landisle. He is from Landisle. The part of the video that you did not see is after that bike zip past, blazing. He then tried to run across the street. While he was attempting to run across the street, thought that he was having fun. There was a vehicle coming at not speed. That vehicle hit him. The impact of his body on that vehicle was like when you hear a baseball bat hit the baseball and it connect. Needless to say, that vehicle, even though he tried to break up, it was too late. Too late was the call. Now, people, when we talk about Jamaica, it seems as if Jamaica is the epicenter of mental illness. The problem is that we don't have professional help. The problem is that parents, guardians, persons responsible for persons who have mental issues that are a hazard to themselves and society, they don't take it very seriously. So apparently, this youth goes to school by himself. This youth has to drive or walk along the street, cross the street. On that day in question, he thought that he was having fun. He was playing cat and mouse with the vehicles, meaning bike, meaning van, meaning car. However, he would lose that game in the worstest way. Moral of the story is this: it is time the system gets serious when it comes to mental issue. Family member get serious when it comes to mental issue. You should not have children out there just walking along the street with these maniacs on the road. So therefore, him have mental issue and the people them are maniacs on the road. It makes for a bad combination. Such is the case in this case. Point blank and period. So the next thing that is popping in the news is an update about a story that has been buzzing all over social media, where a young lady, Carrie-Ann Malcolm, 29-year-old at the time she met her demise, was taken out, body dumped in a suitcase dumped in a some gully in a Westmoreland. So there's been a whole bunch of information circulating on social media through the police, news media, and YouTubers. Well, people, I am going to give you evidence. Call it Blogging for Dummies 101. I want you to take a look at this video, and then I'll give my piece.
General, morning. You see the girl when you carry on with them find in the suitcase? Trust me, people from her community kill the baby. So when I say, I'm sure you what go on, yes or no. You see, Barracks Road. See? The hospital, the right over here, sir. Savlamar Public Hospital. See? Alright. You see the road there? A Barracks Road as well. See? Alright. You see the hole over here, sir? A Barracks Road. You see, over here, so them call Chantilly. See? Alright. You see, yes, sir? Yes, sir. Carry-on live. See? And carry-on body. Fine. Right, yes, sir. Right, yes, sir. Carry-on body fine. See? Alright. Carry-on now have a small shop. Small business. Her business there, right? Yes, sir. Right, yes, sir. Carry-on business there. Right, yes, sir. Let me just zoom in on it. See that, sir? See? You see, out here, sir, them call it stoplight. This road carry go to Stratbourg side. See? And the road there carry go to Cement Field area. See? Alright. There's a gas station right here, sir. There's a small hardware lumber there, sir. So you have a camera right on the plaza here, sir. And the gas station have a camera over here, sir. And this is a small business place right here, sir. Have a bar too, with them do nail tech as well. Have a camera. Alright. Carry and shop did broke some time ago. Run at the back, sir. Alright? Alright, so carry on now. Leave from her yard, you know. Remember, you know, her house is right here, sir. Carry and get a phone call to come pick up some money. Saying, I don't know if I could put towards her run Robin. She walk come all the way out, yes, sir. One lane mouth, one bridge there right, yes, sir. She walk across the bridge and come through the lane. Yes, sir. See? Let me zoom in on it here. One lane there right, yes, sir. She come through the lane. See? And pass her shop. Her shop is right here. She come out of the lane mouth. Out here, sir. Somewhere, sir. Carry and get pick up. And the man then pick her up. See? And from there, sir, carry and missing. Alright now. Them come out and turn upon Shopburger Road. Up, yes, sir. See? Shopburger Road. See? Alright. There's a road called Mall Road. Yes, sir, this is Mall Road. See? Alright. So the man them drive through Mall Road. See? And them dash to carry on right one, sir, in a suitcase. That may I tell you. See? So from yes, sir, come all the way around, yes, sir. Carry on house. And them find a body right, yes, sir. See? No outer area, man. Now go just come pick up a bee from where she live. And drive her within her same community and go dash her right. Somebody from the community. You see me I say? That me I tell you.
Now, people, like I said, this is blogging 101 for dummies. Not very sophisticated, regular run of the mill. Now we heard the father and family members said that she was getting a couple of threats from the police, from somebody in the neighborhood, sorry. However, she did not report those threats to the police. However, since she lost her life, the person that was threatening her was reported to the police, and the reason why that person was reporting her was also given to the police. Now, people, here's the thing. About a week, between a week to 2 weeks prior to this young lady losing her life, her shop was broken into and those criminal elements took out some goodies. However, it seems as if Kerrian was telling person and calling up the person's name. That was that person that actually called her phone and was threatening her, saying that if him ever get locked up or if him keep hearing him name being called, what is going to do her. That man made a promise, and that man, in my opinion, was the one that manifested that promise. That man's name is Debo. So Debo, wherever you are, family, friends of Debo, police, if you're listening, which I know you are, Debo is the suspect. So we've heard all sorts of stuff that she was entangled in all sorts of relationship with gang from over here, so gang from over there, so external war, Rete, Lele. I am not saying that that is not a possibility and even a strong possibility. However, the latest possibility is the threats that she got when her business was being broken into or was broken into by Debo. He promised that he was going to take her away. Now, if you want to look at it or view it as coincidental, well, that is up to you. My opinion is different. I bet to differ, point blank and period. So the next thing that is popping in the news is that we saw that maybe about a couple of days ago or so, the home of dancehall entertainer known as Idonia was raided by the police in some sort of special operation in the era. Persons are surmising that it is because him always try to link up with all sorts of gunmen, because his cousin has lost his life and the person that was supposed to be the suspect was taken out by the police. Don't know the correlation why Idonia would be a suspect. Anyhow, those are the things that are out there on social media. Well, people, it seems as if Idonia is getting some advice from some persons. One of those persons don't know if I'd take any sorts of advice from her. However, like them say, somebody that is not too bright can also give good advice. So, people, I am going to let you hear what Shelley had to say, giving Idonia her best advice. Take a listen, take a look, and then I'll give my piece.
Now hide my face and talk. Who want lock me up? Lock me up. I don't know. Genocide. Leave Jamaica. Leave Jamaica. May I beg you? You're my artist. May I beg you? Run. And they're not going to stop. They're not going to stop. The same thing what they do to my son. Every second they calling me and they let him out. Because it's people them. You see the people them in the community we want to live. And the people them around uno, and them that tell the police them fuckery. I don't know. I don't know. You're my artist. Rate you from before even my son turn artist. I rate you. May I beg you as a mother. Thus, make my voice be heard. Leave Jamaica, and they will not stop. They're coming for one more artist. Yeah, man. They sit down and watch on the success. They don't please at it. The cartel free that they still want the man, say man still lock up in a jail. The government, the bill to protect we. The government of Jamaica and the police, tell me inspectors, most of them, they know which we should not good come out of Jamaicans. They would have to kill off the youth them when they can save their life and give them a next chance to live. If they even lock me up today, then can't lock me up forever. But I don't know. Genocide run. And every mother can strong like me if you face certain things on me go through. A grace of God can be through what make me not lose it enough time. Here, Donna, may I beg you, if you can leave Jamaica, leave. And they will not stop. And if they can't get lock up in the right way, then go set up you. Set up you. 13 count of murder, they will put past squash. 13 count of murder. Jesus Christ, but God, sister, alive.
Now, people, when it comes to advice, you might want sound advice. When you're choosing advice about doing the rights, I don't think that Shelley would be an expert on that. As a matter of fact, she would be the polar opposite. So therefore, take what she said with a grain of salt. Now here's the thing. Any and everybody know it is a fact that the system and police don't agree like puss and dog. As a matter of fact, puss and dog can live in love and unity. On the opposite hand, when it comes to police and when it comes to dancehall artists or the system and dancehall artists, that bridge of communication has been eroded, breaking, blazed, incinerated. So therefore, that was never going to be any good. However, here's the thing. Sometimes people call down stuff on themselves. It is not bad luck. It is not obia. It is the energy, negative energy that you put out there. So therefore, if you act like you're a gangster and you act like you're a bad man and you keep endorsing gangsterism, endorsing all sorts of badness, then the police is always going to free you. Whenever you live in a neighborhood that is quiet and then you come with your noisy self, you already bring the noise, and then when you bring your noisy people, them meaning your entourage, meaning the people in your record label, whatever the case is, persons become very, very uncomfortable. So therefore, persons are always going to report. And if you report to the police 5 times, 6 times, even if them are going to say a bad man and them just a call up the artist name, sooner or later they are going to respond. So if the police keeps hearing stuff, whether it is true, whether it is a lie, it is like the little boy or little girl that cry wolf. People are going to listen one time, people are going to listen two times, and then them are going to forget about it. This is the reverse when it comes to the police. So therefore, if the neighbors keep calling up your name, I call the police and I say, them I see all sorts of strange individual and make up a whole bunch of noise. And one thing that we know about dancehall artists and people from the garrison, they like to be seen. They think that whenever they make money and them elevate them status and them reaching a certain place with persons with all money, they are in competition. They are trying to show and prove. Don't know that they are going to lose that war every time they try. There's a very important part to this. There's a thing that is called money don't like noise. Money like quietness. Money likes to move in stealth undercover. And whenever noise starts to come wherever money is, money gets a little bit uncomfortable, meaning persons with money. Whether their money comes from ill-gotten means, illegal means or not, they don't like to see people that is making up noise and calling down all sorts of excitement, creating excitement or excitement being created in a them neighborhood. So therefore, they're always going to call. And if the police keeps getting 100 calls, eventually they are going to respond. Such is the case in this case, point blank and period. So the next thing that is popping in the news is an update about that incident that took place in a Commodore. Commodore is in St. Catherine, at the LINSTEAD area, wherein it is confirmed maybe about 9 or so persons got conned up. About 5 of them lost their life. Reports are conflicting. Call it mass pie up. Well, people, it seems as if the relevant authority, meaning the Popo, meaning the Commissioner of Police, Mr. Blake, meaning Dr. Horace Chang, meaning your Prime Minister, meaning all of the best SSP, DCP, ACP, everybody and them, Mama talk. Everybody is doing their PR stunt or doing their civic duty, their responsibility to the country. Now, whenever a little child is included in any sort of mass takeaway, then you know say everybody are going to come out and justifiably so. So people, I am going to let you take a look to a couple of those edited interviews that were done by these relevant authorities, and then I am going to give my piece.
For somebody to turn an M16 on a 4-year-old, it speaks to the kind of evil mindset that we have to encounter out there, and that we have people living among us who, continue to perpetuate the kind of violence and evil intent on our people, good citizens. It's really, really a very bad situation.
Even the family dog didn't survive. His remains, a silent warning of the violence that stormed this residence.
This crime amounts to what I would describe as an act of criminal terror. And I'm certain that the police will be acting in such a way to ensure that there are no reprisals or to prevent them as much as possible, and to be proactive in ensuring that there is a proper security presence and cordon in the area to protect the citizens here and to prevent any retaliation coming from outside or even from inside going out. I really sincerely urge those citizens, those members of the communities who know, please share the information with us. It is ultimately in your benefit.
We do not need to give them shelter. These guys are somewhere being sheltered by someone. If you believe for a moment that you're safe having people like these in your community, then let me assure you, you are not. I tell you, we will leave no stone unturned as a JCF to ensure that these persons are brought to justice.
we have been able to intercept quite a few of this kind of activity. And this one slipped through, but the challenge to the police, and they have accepted that, and the reassurance the community will come not from my visit and the parents' visit, but from how quickly we apprehend the perpetrators and preventing a reprisal in the community, in the area.
Now, people, whenever you see the Prime Minister, whenever you see the Commissioner, whenever you see the National Security and Peace Minister come out, whenever you see any and everybody step out, like them a step out upon Chichiman, you know that it is going to be problematic. When I listen to the interviews, everybody makes sense. Everybody is saying, listen, there's no stone that is going to be left unturned. We are going to spare no resources or manpower. So therefore, people are going to be DEADING. If you're lucky, you see the judge, more than likely you are going to see your maker, meaning the devil, in the abyss of hell. One of the things that stood out most of all from what everybody is saying is when the police say, there were a couple of men there with M16 rifle, tall up, A to the K, Ray to the Lay, assault rifle. And they actually ran down that little 4-year-old and pipe up that little 4-year-old. They did not say she was caught in a crossfire, get boomy, get jiggy, and I run confused and get caught in the melee, caught in the crossfire. So the fact that they actually ran her down and GUN her down, it tells you that they had some sorts of agenda. They had some sorts of stuff that they were given, and this was supposed to be executed, being the operative word. Don't know if that child is linked to the targets, which I told you before, Bull Amos, or what kind of relationship that they have, because in a reprisal thing, if you can't catch Quaco, you catch them shot. Any one of them shot the shoes, the socks, the lace, anything, gurgle, everybody have to go down in a hole, even if that person is not very old, being 4-year-old or just a minor. Now, people, some of the rumors that I'm hearing is that there was a policeman family that lost her life, and that this was some sort of reprisal because of that. So I said to myself, me even hear people say, the fact that the people come in a police gear, that means that it could be police. Again, this is my disclaimer. I doubt it very much, even though sometimes I don't hold a lot of these police in high esteem. If I was a betting man, and I am not, I would say that that is BS without a shadow of a doubt. So people at the end of the day don't know what the motive is. However, whatever the motive was, there is no sort of justification with you just rolling up on the spot and just piping up people randomly, whether one or two was a family member next of kin, or whatever the case is, can't catch Quaco, we catch them shots. There is no justification for the other innocent person that were just there caught in the melee, caught in the crossfire. So therefore, whenever you hear the Prime Minister and you hear the Security Minister, I tell you, say, a $2 million, you know, say, dog, I got eat your supper. You know that more than likely, somebody that is hungry, even if they are not hungry, anybody including rich people like $2 million, we are speaking about 14,000 US dollars or so, give or take. Do not quote me on this. So people, we can expect to see a whole bunch of persons getting caught up if them lucky, and a whole bunch of persons losing their life in some sort of operation. Operation Execute DEATH warrant. Point blank and period. So anyways, people, thanks once again for checking out my video. If you appreciate videos like these, please show your appreciation by liking, commenting, sharing, and subscribing to my channel. That is how YouTube promotes videos like these to like-minded, sensible persons like yourself. Bless up.